Hello and welcome to my maternity diaries. So if you haven't watched Maternity Diaries month 1, then go and watch that first and then check back into this video. This video will also be broken up into 2 parts, so make sure to subscribe so that you get notified as to when part 2 comes out. I hope you enjoy my Maternity Diaries month 2 with my little baby Solaris, my dog Biggie, and my beautiful husband Sam.
Hello, gorgeous girl. Good morning. It's your daddy's birthday today. He's 32. So we're just on a walk. Look how beautiful the weather is today. And I wanted to share this that I bought yesterday. It's a bottle holder with a phone holder attached. I did get a cup holder with the buggy, but it was so rubbish. It just kept falling off. It's just a piece of rubbish plastic and really poorly designed. But I 100% recommend getting this. It's about £18 on Amazon, and it is so ideal. And we just keep it attached even when we fold the buggy up in the car. So yeah, so this is the start of the next phase of maternity leave and being first time mum. Oh, hello. Yeah, yep. So my glass is like funky because one of the arms is a little bit broken and my headphones hold it in a weird place, so I look a bit weird. So if you didn't catch the previous chapter of being first time mum and all of that, then go and check that out. I will try and remember to put that in the description below. But other than that, I am now kind of fully recovered from my C-section. Well, kind of like the infection type part of that, because I had an infection. I've got 2 more weeks until I can start exercising again, so I'm really excited about that. And I just feel so much better now, so much more independent. This is my first week without any support from Sam or his family or my family or anyone, so just getting the hang of doing everything by myself. I'd say like the key kind of routine that I'm experiencing at the moment is I'm going to bed quite late, or late for me anyway, like 10 p.m, and then just like either feeding her or putting her to sleep depending on when she last fed. And then in the morning I do have a really lazy morning, so today I got out of bed at 10, and it's usually I get out of bed around 9:30, 10, because I do kind of 3 night feeds, including a late morning feed, and that's a breastfed one, but that takes a while, so I'm like in and out of sleep then, and it just allows me to rest and recover, and then I don't wake up feeling so unwell with a headache and stuff like that. My skin looks so good, just noticed that. I have been doing really good skin care regime just because it's like I can't have baths, so looking after my skin is kind of giving me that sense of TLC and self-care and all of that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this next chapter of being first time mum and just like really doing things and enjoying mum life. So it's 5 a.m. and she slept for 7 hours straight. She's only a month old. I hope it may long may it continue. I mean, she's still asleep past 7 hours. I've tried to feed her, but she's not feeding. Not interested. She's gone back to sleep. So I have to pump because my boobs are absolutely bursting. And I'm also really wide awake now. So yeah, I've just been looking at emails on my phone and responding to loads of messages. But I'm hoping that I can fall back to sleep even if it's just for an hour or 2, so that I don't need a nap later. But if this continues, that would be amazing. So today we are going to go to the beach. It is a lovely day. I'm just taking the dog out for a walk because I'm not going to take him with me, because I'm going with 2 friends with 2 babies, and I just think it will be chaos. I'm still not really used to Biggie and the buggy together, especially somewhere I don't really know, and with 2 people with buggies I just feel like we take up too much space on the pavement. So bless you, baby. So that is the plan. I've decided to do some makeup on my face today, that's why my skin looks so good. But yeah, no, I've just got some concealer, bronzer and some blush. Then I've brushed my eyebrows, which are laminated. Solaris and I are matching, so I'm wearing this pink dress. I really don't like it, it's not very flattering on me. However, I don't really have any kind of casual dresses, and I really fancy wearing a dress today, and because it's easy to breastfeed in. I've got a maternity bra underneath, as you can tell by these ugly straps, but it's just easy for me to do, and it's just something I have to consider now that I'm breastfeeding. Yeah, so maybe I might go and look for some like casual summer dresses in charity shops this week, because I've just noticed that I just don't have anything, and it's a really hot summer, so I'm going through clothes quite quickly, and we're going to Spain in September, so I'll need clothes like that. I'm also using this umbrella that we picked up. It's like a buggy parasol type thing, picked up for free on Facebook, and it's okay, like it's fine, it does the job. But I yesterday just bought a snooze shade from Vinted for £4, and they're usually like 30 something pounds, which I think is so expensive. But yeah, I managed to pick that up, which I'm really pleased for. So when it gets delivered, I'll start using that, because she's in the sun quite a lot, and I am conscious of how hot she'll get, or her skin and all of that. Been a bit of a busy few days, because I've just been getting out and about, which is obviously great, but means, oh, look at this crazy hair again. It means that haven't really had time to record anything, so I'm just going to catch you up. So yesterday my sister was here. We just chilled at home for most. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It's about 10:30. Oh, way past my bedtime. Chilled a bit. She's helping me look after the baby. So my husband is away at a wedding this weekend. We were both invited, but because they're not having children there, I stayed at home to look after Solaris, who is finally asleep. You can probably also hear my mooing in the background. That is my breast pump. So I borrowed my breast pump from my sister-in-law, and I finally decided to buy my own breast pumps. I'm trying out something that was recommended to me. It's really, really much cheaper than I was expecting to pay. It's the Amazon Kissaboo. I think it's like Kissaboo. I think that's what it's called. Pump. So I've got 2 pumps now, so I don't have to do one side and the other. But I'm saving them for like my midnight pump, just so it's quicker and easier. And then today I have just chilled with my sister again, and then my brother came and visited because he hasn't met Solaris yet. But then we went to a local like event where they do live music and stuff once a year. Yawning again. So that's pretty much what it's been like, and I've just been trying to keep a bit on top of housework. I've got a big fat wash pile of clean clothes here that I need to fold, but I'm just going to do it tomorrow morning. And I've also just been really, really insecure about 2 things over the last kind of few days. One is my belly shape, and 2 is my like gallstone things that I've just been panicking a little bit about. Alexa off. Alexa, set another 10-minute timer.
10 minutes, starting now.
I need to pump on my other side because I'm only doing 10 minutes each side, so bear with. Right, so what was I saying? 2 things I'm insecure about. So yeah, my tummy and my gallstones. So I'm going to talk about my gallstones first. So I have an appointment with the surgeon. Everything's going wrong in this video.
I have an appointment with a surgeon on the 24th of July, so a couple of weeks. And I guess that's to discuss my next stages. I believe they're probably going to go through my MRI and we're going to decide what we do. In an ideal world, I just have my gallbladder removed. So I'm going to really push for that. And then I think I have a pre-op and then I have the operation. I'm hoping it's really quick and before September, because I do not want it when I go on holiday. One, because peace of mind. And two, because it's so expensive to get insurance. I have to go through like a special insurance company to get insurance for my gallstones, to get travel insurance basically. And every day I'm just like, oh, am I going to have another flare up, just because they've been so regular and it's so stressful. The second thing is my tummy shape, and I really wish I'd recorded like my tummy shape and how it's changed throughout. Maybe I'll just start that now, like for weeks, and see how it changes. Maybe I'll record that tomorrow. I will write a note. So it's just a bit pear-shaped at the moment, and soft, and I'm not used to my body. It's something that I'm very conscious about. My tummy, I've always been conscious about my tummy and what it looks like, and at the moment I do not love it. I felt so confident during pregnancy and I really loved my body, and now I'm like, I feel really unattractive, and wearing clothes is really hard. Like, I don't feel particularly nice and pretty, and I want to, like, I've always been quite confident, and I've always found ways to support myself and feeling confident, and right now I just don't. So as a result of that, I've been way more conscious of eating better as well, because I know that will help. I'm kind of setting myself some boundaries. I know that recently I've been eating a lot of rubbish, which doesn't help my gallstones, but also doesn't help my kind of peace of mind when it comes to, like, I know I'm doing what I should be doing. So I have kind of set boundaries around, like, what I can eat and what I should be eating and stuff like that. At the moment, I'm not being strict. I just want to get into the habit of making healthy choices, and also not just going for chocolate and sugar and things like that. For example, I eat loads of ice cream at the moment, so I'm just going to not have ice cream as much, because I've got into such a bad habit of just buying it from the shops and treating myself as and when I want to, and having ice cream twice a day or whatever it is. Chocolate as well, and then just generally like bad food. Tonight I really wanted a glass of wine, but I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, because if I open a bottle of wine, I'm going to have more than one glass of wine. Also, I don't want it that bad, and I really don't want to get into the habit of drinking during a week and drinking by myself. I do think that makes such a difference. So I'm starting to really focus on better eating habits. I'm coming up close to my 6 weeks, which will mean that I can do exercise, and I want to be ready from both sides, ready mentally but also nutritionally, to really focus on living healthier and feeling much more in control of my diet and my health. Solaris, good morning. It's Sunday morning. You waking up? There's lots of stretching going on. Oh, that's a big stretch. Vicky, we're going to go down in a minute.
managed to do the dishwasher, have breakfast. I've started pumping and tidy up a little bit all before she's got out of bed, which is amazing. Yesterday was a hard day. It was the hardest day that I've had with her. She was super clingy, super hungry, and just wouldn't be she just wouldn't be put down. I'm putting it down to a growth spurt because she's really not like that, and she's been so easy. She's been such an easy baby so far. Like, we've had 7-hour stints at night, and just like really, she's got like such a predictable sleep pattern and eat pattern. But yesterday was just non-stop. I'm hoping that today is a bit different. She seems to have woken up in much better mood, not needing anything, very content. She's awake. Which means that I can do stuff. Otherwise I just feel really, really just like handcuffed to the sofa, and it really affects my mood. So we don't have any plans for today, which is nice because I just want to get on with things like I want to edit some videos, I want to keep the house tidy, I want to walk the dog, I need to go to the pharmacy, and just do a bit of life admin. I've already spent, so I woke up at 10 a.m. today because I needed to. I find that I wake up between 9 and 10 most days because I look at the time, and I usually go to bed at 10ish, and if I go to bed at 10 and wake up at 10, that's like a 12-hour stint, and it basically to me is I'm getting 9 hours of sleep in that, and then 3 hours are spent looking after her, whether it's feeding, pumping, making bottles, whatever it is in the night. So so far so good. I am really hoping that today is a good day. I need to make the bed, and then I'm going to just get ready and take the dog for a walk. It's a nice cool day today, so we can take him for a longer walk. I found also that my back is really, really sore, so when I'm walking the dog I get to a point where it's just burning, and I have a feeling it's to do with my pelvis after birth and potentially it being misaligned. But I'm probably going to go and do a mummy MOT, which is basically where a physio looks at your pelvis, I guess, and your posture and gives you some advice and stuff. I can obviously do what I think I need to do, but it's also really good to get another person's perspective. I am a personal trainer but also a sports scientist and have a lot of like knowledge of anatomy and physiology, posture. I'm a postural specialist, so all things like that I kind of am aware of, but it's really good to, because I can't see my body, like I can't see my back and all of those things, and I can't feel my back, and I only know what I know, and I think having somebody else look at it could be really beneficial for me. So in about maybe 3 to 4 weeks I'll go and get that done, depending on how I feel. So yeah, but I also wanted to quickly talk about these bad boys. So I did loads of research into pumps. I have also been to Baby Umbrella, which is a charity in Kent, which basically helps women with various things, but I went specifically for breastfeeding. And they suggested the Spectra. It's a hospital grade plug-in pump. I haven't used it, I haven't tried it, but that's the one that they would recommend. I don't want to be, like when I pump, it's usually when I can walk around and do things. So I started off with my sister-in-law's pump. It's a Pipetta, and that seemed to work really well for me, and I was like, well, if it's working fine, like why do I need to change it? Why do I need to spend loads of money? The only issue with that one is it was only one and I wanted two. So anyway, and I will have to give it back eventually because she's expecting another baby in September, and I plan to breastfeed longer than that, so, and pump. So I did loads and loads of research. I spoke to loads of different mums that I know, and these ones that I'm currently wearing were recommended by two friends, because one bought them and then she let her friend borrow it, and they both said it was really good. So I did loads of research. The exact one that they sent me wasn't available, so I bought the only one that was available by the same brand. I couldn't really see the difference between the two, except for a little, like a £10 difference in price. So that's basically, I ended up deciding on that. I literally looked at hundreds. I looked at Mum Cozy. I looked at other Pipettas. I looked at
other brands that were recommended on Amazon, basically just looking at reviews. But the reviews for this were over 4 stars. They were really good. And these were the cheapest. They're only like £50. It was Amazon Prime Day, so I did get a discount, but I don't think it was like that much. It was like £20 different. So even at about £70 for 2, that's still really cheap. So with these pumps, you get 2 for about, I don't know, between 50 and 80, let's say £80 depending on the day. They have 2 different like flange sizes, which is great because the Pipetta didn't. They also tell you how long you've been pumping, which I appreciate, and it has 4 different settings: hand pump, I think, something else with a heart on, and more of a massage thing. I haven't actually looked at it. I can go and get the box and go through it and show you, but so far so good. And I do produce a lot of milk using them. The only thing I'd say is sometimes it's a bit strong and it can make my nipples feel a bit sore, so I do really have it on the lowest level possible, depending on the setting that I've chosen. Let me grab the box. The only thing about these mobile pumps is bending over is not safe. So this was the box that it came in. It says electrical wearable breast pump. I think it's an Amazon owned brand, or they've bought the company or something like that. It's called Kiss Bobo, looks like. And you get it in different colours. The only colour that I could find was peach. I think it was pink, but yeah, whatever. But on the box it says, yeah, you can see that. Memory function, 4 modes, low noise design. I'd say it's louder than the Pipetta. LED digital tube screen, 12 levels for breast, for pumping, I guess strength, and then cordless design. So these are what they look like on the packaging. Pretty identical. It also gives you things like voltage, power, storage capacity, all of that. The storage capacity might be beneficial to you guys. So 180 mil, if that makes a difference to you. I don't exceed 180 mil at any point. So yeah. And then it has massage and breast pumping modes, and then 12 levels, I guess. But that's pretty much it. And then, yeah, the box is quite streamlined. And yeah, as I said, it was cheap. It was the best one I could find. It literally is identical to the Pipetta, just maybe like the material's slightly different, and this one's more modern. The Pipetta that I had was an old version, so it didn't have like the timings, but I know now it has, like, it tells you how long it takes, and it's a bit improved. Solaris is getting a little bit restless, so I'm going to probably have to stop my monologue in a minute. But yeah, so that is basically, that's what they look like. I'm currently wearing just a bra that I bought from Shein. I've tried so many bras on that are maternity bras, and I just hate any class B ones in the back. They're so uncomfortable. I never wear bras, so it feels like something that is so restricted. I genuinely feel like I can't breathe. So these ones are okay. They're not ideal if I'm leaking, but eventually I was told yesterday that I won't leak. And I guess these will be quite useful when I reach that point. So I could just literally rip them open. They've got like the pop bits here, and then yeah, so nice and easy access to the boob. There's a lot of other things I wanted to talk about, but she is getting a bit restless, so I will be back. So I'm going to quickly try and show you how much I've pumped from that pump. I think it was I put it on like a really low setting. Oh shit, I get distracted and I don't know. Oh fucking hell, I've just dropped it all. I've just dropped all the bloody milk. That is so depressing. Look, for God's sake. So I got 120. I don't know if you can see that. As soon as she cries, I just literally like make so many mistakes because I just can't even I can't even go. I can't cope with the crying. But I'm gonna bottle feed her that now because my boobies are empty. I know they're not technically empty. This is such a chaotic video, but they've just been worked, so they're gonna have a little rest, R&R. Well, I watch TV and breastfeed, bottle feed. Yes, I know, you're hungry. You're eating my hair. Okay, so she just finished 120 ml. But she ain't done. Bloody nightmare. This breastfeeding malarkey. So, just been on a walk. I'm just waiting for my bagel to pop in the toaster. And then I'm going to eat my lunch. I've decided to have just ham, bagel, with a side of hummus. Back down. With a side of hummus. This is the first time I'm trying out. I borrowed this from my sister-in-law because the Sling that I had before was rented from Baby Umbrella. And that was so comfortable. This, however, is not comfortable. I find it really tight. With the Sling, it was really nice and stretchy, and the fabric was really nice. Whereas with this, it's like this back thing really is not. It's just not nice. So I would not recommend. I'm looking at the Mama Ruga one because I've tried the Mama Ruga baby carrier. That is really comfortable, much easier as well. It's just clip in. It's so expensive. It's over £100, and I've tried to look for second-hand ones. One, I don't really like the ones that are second-hand, the colours and stuff. But two, there's not that many. So I'm going to try and do my research to see if there's something that's close to it that's not as expensive, like an Amazon own brand. Or I looked at the Mum Cozy one, that might also work, but we'll basically give it a try. She loves her head just being back and dangling. It's so frustrating. I try to tuck it in all the time, but she's not having any of it. I've also just, when I was on my walk with the dog, walked past a charity shop and they had all these lovely books. And maybe 4 years ago, I found these books in the charity shop for £2 each, and then I resold them for £60. So I think I bought 12 of them. So 2 times 12, 24. And so I paid £24 for them, and then I sold them for £60. I'm going to do that again. These ones are £3 each. I'll just quickly show you what they are. Let me go and grab them. So I got 8 books. They are Heron hardback books. They look like this. You can't really see. But they're really nice. They are well looked after. Show you the inside. And I got 8 of them. I've got, these ones are Chekhov plays, and this is Stendhal, the red and the black. And I basically did loads of research into which ones I should buy, because there was probably 8 more, maybe even 10 more books, and I didn't want to spend too much money on them, and also storage space. So I bought 8. I'm hoping to sell them. We'll do some research at £10 a book, so like £80 for all 8 books. I bought them for £3 each, so hopefully I make a little bit of a profit, and then that can go towards buying my new baby carrier. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace first, so then I don't have to worry about postage and packaging, and just do kind of like a pick-up type thing. And then if in maybe a few weeks they haven't sold, then I'll bung them on Vinted, and go from there. Biggie, come back. Come back, Biggie. Alright then, Mr. Tantrum. We were just doing some stimulation work, weren't we? Learning.